So good evening. Now I just explained the assignments. Okay, so I have already shared more than 7 assignments in the group. Okay, so tell your friends and do upload that. Okay, so don't forget. I will share today's solutions too. Okay. Um, so we have discussed the OOP 1 and 2, right? And the next one is Python advanced algorithms, and we'll see assessment and quizzes. Okay, so today we'll see the mini project one. Okay, so I will explain the concept, and after the class I will share the code. Okay, so create a console app that allows user to log in and make diary entry to keep things simple. App only allows user to add an entry or read an earlier entry. Okay, so they have told to create a application, that is a diary application. Okay, so the app only allows to add an entry and read only option. Okay, so they couldn't change any data and they can't delete the data. Okay, so only read the data and enter the data entry. Okay, so create an authentication system. Create a sign up system on starting the app. It should ask user of they want to log in or sign up. Okay, so by pressing 1 and 2. Okay, so if a user decides to sign up, ask for a username and password. Okay, and save them in a file called passwords.txt. For example, so passwords.txt user A equal to password 123 and user B password 321. Okay, so like that. So also while making the entry, make sure the username doesn't already exists. Okay, so otherwise show an error saying the username already exists. So in this stage you can use in operator, and also you can use if class for finding the username. Okay, so along with this, the system should also create a folder with the same username where the user's diary entry will be saved. Okay, the username folder is for the diary entry. Okay, so you should create a passwords.txt, that's a separate file. You have to create a folder based on the username. Okay, in that folder we have to create a text file as a entries. Okay, so like if the user enters today or yesterday, the each entry should uh, creates a new text file. Okay, .txt file. So for login flow, if user chooses to log in, ask username and password and verify whether username exists in the file and username doesn't exist. So error, no user fund. Okay, so password doesn't match, so error, incorrect password. If both are correct, So use options to their entries, make an entry to the diary for today. Okay, so view an entry. That's the second one. So the list will be shown which has the file names for all their previous entries, saved which file name as the date on which it was saved. Okay, so each entry should saved in separate file with their date. Okay, so make an entry. The user should be able to make a diary entry. User can press 3 enters in a row to stop making the entry. Okay, so once the user done with entry and presses the exit character combination, save the entry folder you created for that user at sign up time. In a file name same as the current date, okay, whatever format of date suit. Okay, so they have told some certain characters, sorry, certain rules for creating the diary entry. Okay, so you should here we have two options. One is login and another one is sign up option. Okay, so if first you have to ask one for sign in or two for sign up. If the user chooses the sign up option, you first ask username and password. Okay, so while asking username and password, you should check if the username is already exits or not. Okay, so if is already exits in exits, you should print the error message. Okay, so if it is not, and go with next step, that is password. Okay, so the passwords are created in separate file. You have to insert that text file like user a, that's a username, and colon the password is that's a password. Okay, you can read the line. Okay, and you can check username password are same or not. Okay, so then after that, if after the sign up, so the user tries to log in, right? So after the sign up, you go to login page. In login, username and password verify with the existing username and password. If not, no user found or incorrect password. Okay, so if both are correct, so you options to read their entries and make an entry. Okay, so if the user chooses a read the entry, so we have to ask the date. Okay, so in which date the user wants to see their entry. Okay, so if the user type or inputs the date, we have to call the txt file and print it in here. Okay, so after that, the make an entry. Okay, so if the user chooses second option, okay, so we have to ask like type your entry here. Okay, after that we have to give three input options because they are holding three enters for closing their entry. After giving three entry, and the process come into first step. Okay, so in this case you can use while and if classes. Okay, so after the class I will share the solution. Okay, so your class starts from 6:30 or sometime 6:40 or 6:50. Okay, so 6:30 to 6:50. Okay, so sharply it starts 6:30. Okay, so to 8, don't forget and tell your friends. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, so I'll share the code. If possible, please read and work out it, or if not, please upload the solution which I have shared in your group to Edwahini. Okay. Is there any doubt?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, voice is not audible, sir.
Your class is finished, Ma. Actually, I have explained the mini project. Okay. So after the class, I'll share the solution.